One of the biggest mistakes I see new entrepreneurs in the food game make is trying to sell everything instead of becoming known for something. So today's video is going to be about why I think you should build your brand instead of just trying to sell all kind of foods, and focus on 1 to 2 types of food. For the most part, in my concepts, I focus on selling, one niche of food at a time. Currently, I'm filming this video in my newly opened birria restaurant. We specialize in birria tacos, quesadillas, burritos, rice bowls, things like that. We also have nachos, enchiladas on the menu, and birria ramen. Yeah, man, I just want to do this video because, I see a lot of people starting up, selling from home, using like the laws that are changing all over the country, the Tamale Act, or whatever your version of the Tamale Act is, or using cottage food laws, or even starting up in a food truck, or if you're starting in a brick and mortar. This might help you to clean up that menu, maybe get rid of some of the items that are gonna kind of, just kind of bog down your inventory and not sell very well. Anyway, let's get into it. So anybody can sell food, okay? Good food is not enough, okay? Customers remember brands, not random menu items. What I've found is, at my mac and cheese concept, it's went through very many iterations of the menu. We used to have some of the items from this menu on that menu, right? So I was able to spin a whole other concept off from items that I removed from my menu of my first restaurant. That's this whole concept, this whole House of Birria concept comes from a few items that came from the Mactory menu. Okay, I'll give you a quick little brief of how this happened. Okay, so when I was going through creating the Mactory concept, which is my mac and cheese bowl concept that I came up with, I had the base mac and cheese, and I was going through the toppings, writing down ideas for toppings. And I fell in love with birria tacos throughout my travels to California, and going to different states. I would try how the different birrias tasted, different places, and just fell in love with that whole birria and tacos scene. Period. Right, everywhere I would go, I would just had to hit the taco truck, the most poppin'est taco spot. I had to hit it up. I've been to a lot of the renowned taco places, at least kind of in my region, Midwest, middle, kind of Mountain West. I frequently go to, Vegas, Cali, stuff like that. So those are the places I'm talking about. But anyway, so I decided that I was gonna make birria to put on the mac and cheese, because one day I had made birria tacos for the family, and we had some mac and cheese, from like as leftovers, and I just took some, just being curious as to how the flavors would go together. And I made a bowl of mac and cheese, and I just put some of the birria on top, onions, cilantro, squeezed some lime on there, poured a little consomme, excuse me, and fell in love with that. So that ended up being a dish that I put on the menu, and that's one of our top. Usually, if I look at the end of the day report, it's usually a top 3 to 5 seller. Most of the days, top 3. Pretty much guaranteed to be in the top 5 for sure, the birria mac. It is an item that we frequently do run out of the birria, just because, the process to make it can take some time. So sometimes we might not get it prepped. We might not have it for a day or two. We get it back on the menu, it flies. Okay, people are looking for the post, right? And then we have birria mac back in stock. But anyway, so when we first opened the restaurant, I had birria mac. And I also was trying to make the menu fall in line with all the items. I didn't want to have any items that could not go into other items. So what I did is I said, okay, let's offer birria tacos just in case we get someone who comes, you know, maybe with a friend, spouse, whatever. Maybe they can't have the dairy. So we'll have these birria tacos they could get. That sounds great. So I also got a flour tortilla and we put the birria on the flour tortilla, made a birria quesadilla. We also made a birria, no, we didn't do the burrito before because we didn't have beans and rice and I didn't want to add those to the menu because I felt like it would overcomplicate everything. So then since we are a pasta concept, I was able to pull off a birria ramen, which at the time was a really, really popular dish. It's still a very popular dish. So I got some ramen. We had the birria. We were already making it for the birria mac. So birria ramen, birria mac, birria tacos, birria quesadillas. We were selling them all. It was fine in the beginning, but as we scaled and as we started getting busier and busier, like it was fine when we got up to like doing like maybe like 30 to 40, maybe to 50 checks a day. When we started getting to 60, 75, well, no, man, we got to about 75 checks a day. It was just too busy to be making tacos and quesadillas and stuff. So the ramen, I figured still worked because it was just, pasta and then the birria getting added on top from the topping station because I ended up switching the stations up to make it I have a base station and a topping station because I have multiple concepts running out of that location. And base toppings works perfect for over there. So I end up having to get rid of the tacos, get rid of the quesadilla. The ramen stayed. We're currently not selling the ramen over there at this point either because I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it over there. So I just moved everything birria like concept to House of Birria. So they can visit over here if they want those dishes. So I had a lot of my longtime customers because we opened that restaurant about 5 years ago. We have some of the first customers that remember the birria tacos, remember the quesadillas. So now they're coming to this location to grab those. So one thing that I did find is if you start off just selling all over the place, no one really knows what you have. Like, that's good. So you have to find a way to make them fall in love with the one item because every time that they get that craving for that one item, they'll remember your place, right? So a lot of people, if they say, hey, what we gonna eat tonight? We can get Mactory. It's over, right? Because it's unique, it's consistent, it's delicious. People fuck with it, right? So, I see a lot of people starting up and they want to sell this and sell that and sell this and sell that and sell this and sell that. To me, that's a hustle. That's not very scalable. One day we got Alfredo, salmon and shrimp Alfredo. You know what I'm saying? And today we got pork chops, and then tomorrow we got meatloaf. Like I don't recommend building your business off of that as a backbone because that foundation is gonna be kind of crumbly in my eyes because what are you known for, right? Like if you think about it, like look at McDonald's. What are they known for? Burger and fries, okay? They occasionally sell you a McRib. They got a chicken sandwich if you want it, whatever, but burgers and fries, right? McNuggets. Boom. That's like the bulk of it, right? What is it? Wingstop. Let's say Wingstop. What they sell? It's in the name. Wings, right? Wings, fries, tenders, boom, sauces, boom. That's it, right? House of Birria. What do we sell? Birria, tacos, burrito, quesadilla, Birria's rice bowl. You know what I'm saying? Birria ramen, okay? So you want to make it to where whatever you're doing is scalable and repeatable. Because that's how you're going to get your revenue up. You're not going to get to $1 million in revenue, not even $500,000 in revenue very easily. You're probably not going to, it's probably going to be really hard to get there if you're constantly changing up your menu, doing this and that, because, you know, that's really just a hustle to me. That's just selling plates or whatever. Like, that's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can call it catering. You can call it what you want, but that's not a scalable, you know what I'm saying, repeatable business system. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're here to build a repeatable business system, okay? Not just a hustle where we gotta be on the block every day. So my approach is to, when I start a new concept, I always like to sit in it for at least 30 days. I'll come in and work through all my SOPs and stuff, because I'm just guessing. I don't know if none of this shit's gonna work. So I'm not gonna hire you into this company that's new and fresh and have you in here trying to figure out what and how and what needs to be changed up. I'll come in here and work for the first 30 to 90 days, and also gives me time to build up clientele and get to know the customers that are going to be coming through on the regular. So sorry, somebody just messaged me. I lost my train of thought. Let's look. Okay, cool. So yeah, you know, pretty much if your menu's trying to be everything to everyone, people won't remember you, okay? People don't crave random. They crave recognizable. So once, you know, they see that logo, you know, a lot of nowadays, like, I don't like the third party websites, but you know, they're part of this business now, right? So I have all my shit on there, okay? But when people are scrolling on DoorDash, are they gonna go, oh, let's order from Cane's, and let's order from Mactory, and let's order from Beth's, everything and whatever we decide to sell today? No, they're not. They're probably not even gonna click on that shit. You know what I'm saying? But if they see, you know, Taco Bell, they know it's Taco Bell, man. They just brought the enchilada back or whatever, right? Or McDonald's, they got the rib, or Carl's Jr. got whatever burger. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't eat at none of them places, but that's just my personal, you know what I mean? But I just using it for reference, right? So basically what I'm telling you is, like, okay, let's think about it like this. Let's build one great product that's gonna be repeatable, systematic, and let's build brand recognition. Let's build the logo that's gonna be recognizable. So then when you start copy and pasting and you go to the next town, the next city, or let's say you wanna franchise this thing, it's a package, all right, that you can sell. It's a package of systems, right? So that's why I'll come in for the first 30, 60, 90 days. I'll come in and work out all the kinks. So then I can start hiring me some experienced cook, front counter girl, front counter person, experienced cooks. Boom, put them right in. Hang up all the SOPs, all the bill trial, hang it all up. Boom, boom, boom. First day I'll hire them all in here. Boom, I'll train them up, man. Within a week, I don't have to even step foot up in here, but to come in here if I want to pick up the cash drops, you know, or I'll have them drop those off to the bank too. So, you know, build one great product. Let's think like this. Let's think Cane's. Let's think Crumble. Let's think Starbucks. Let's think, you know, Mactory, House of Birria. Let's think that way. Let's not think Pam's Everything Kitchen. Like, that shit ain't really that's not really popping. You know what I'm saying? We need something. We need to specialize in something that we can be great in. Like this House of Birria concept, we make the birria in-house. We're not buying some kit from somewhere. We're not buying some ready-made sauce. We're not buying ready-made stuff. Everything in here has a recipe. You know what I'm saying? Everything has a set of ingredients and a recipe that needs to be followed, okay? So you come here, House of Birria, you ain't tasting none of this shit nowhere else. That's where the money's at. You know what I'm saying? The riches are in niches. Remember that. So let's talk about another thing, okay? Branding is gonna create loyalty, okay? So let's talk about your name. So one thing you'll probably never see in any of my companies, excuse me, is me put like my name on anything. Like I'm not finna put my personal name on none of my spots. That's just something I decided a long time ago. I wanted to always be able to sell my business or franchise my business or scale my business and then not be attached to me, because I never know what I might want to go do next. I don't want to be responsible for that. If I sell it to somebody, I want them to be able to own it and love it and do it and whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't use my name. I will recommend that you don't use your name. Maybe a last name might be cool, but I would never just be like Mary Lou's biscuits and chicken or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's just not my style. You can do that if you want. You know what I'm saying? And you could be successful. You can have 15 Mary Lou's chicken and waffles or whatever, chicken and biscuits or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's a good ass name too. You know what I'm saying? Somebody could use that. But yeah, let's talk about logo, man. Because I'm seeing a lot of people just like starting selling plates and shit, getting logos from whoever, right? Like, come on, man. Like, you see my logo? Like, let me show y'all this shit. See the logo? Custom, all right? All my logos is dope. All my logos is dope. I got a guy, he's dope, you know what I'm saying? He's dope, he's lit. Like, he does covers for rappers, like well-known rappers. He does all my every logo for all my companies, he's done them. He's the shit, man. So find you a designer, find somebody, you know, that can execute like your whatever idea you have for your logo and bring that to life. Now, I'm not dissing AI at all. Like this logo, I actually did this. So for this logo, you can see it has a lot of like gradients and colors and whatever. But so what I did is I got like a couple of renditions of logos from my AI, from my ChatGPT thread that I used to actually build this concept out, like portion wise, SOP wise, all that stuff, food cost wise. I used all that. I used AI to build all that, help me build all that stuff out, and maybe I'll when I get to focused on this Commas Club, which the link for that'll be in the description. It's the new community that I'm gonna be building, where I help entrepreneurs. You know, it doesn't matter what business you're in. I'll be helping people put together their business. You know what I'm saying? Right now, it's free to join, but it won't be free forever. So, you know what I'm saying? I would join as soon as you see in this video. But anyway, that's Commas Club. But anyway, so what I did is I got a few iterations of a strong logo. I wrote out a whole prompt. Well, actually, I wrote out kind of what I wanted in a logo, and then I made ChatGPT make a prompt to make that logo. And then I told it to give me like 5 iterations or 5 variations of it, 5 variants of a logo for House of Birria, blah, 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 blah. And it already knew everything in the concept. And it made something that was similar to this, okay? Like layout wise. And this is what I liked the most was the circle, kind of like a crest. So what I told my guy who does my logos is I said, look, I want a crest logo, bam, bam, bam. Similar to this, but in you know how we do, you know the style I like, you know how to execute. I like your style, so do what we do, but like, you know, I kind of just gave him the medium, you know what I mean? Like the basics, you feel me? So that's what you want. Like in your logo, man, that shit should be like something, you should get something made by, you know, someone that's close to you, local, or, you know, I mean, you can go on Fiverr, but I haven't had really good luck with Fiverr logos, man. You know what I'm saying? You might even be better like getting an idea from ChatGPT and then taking that idea from ChatGPT and like putting it in Canva and then like kind of like designing around it, moving shit around, whatever. You can find tutorials for that shit on YouTube, all right? So let's talk about your restaurant experience, all right? Another reason why I like to work in the restaurant for the first, if on a new concept, I'm gonna be there working. Because I'm gonna determine the flow so that when I get ready to train, I can show them exactly how I want the customer experience to be, because that shit matters a lot. So in my restaurants, I like for you to be greeted within fucking 1 second. I don't give a shit if you're taking somebody's order right now. As soon as there's a break in the conversation and someone new walked in, hey, welcome, that's it. Then back to the customer in front of you. Hey, welcome in, boom. Then they're still probably taking in the, you know, the ambiance or whatever, you know what I'm saying, the decorations and shit. This is their first experience, maybe, whatever. But I don't care if we taking an order already, we got a customer in front of us. If there's a pause in our interaction, then we're gonna acknowledge the new person walking in. Hey, how you doing? I'll be right with you as soon as I'm done helping these folks. Boom. I'm gonna take their order. Boom, boom, boom. Take their order. Boom. We do like a kind of like a sit down counter service. So you order at the counter, but then you sit down and then we bring the food out to the table. Bam, bam, bam. Everything's paid for. Bam, bam, bam. You know, like that. And we actually want dessert, boom, 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 whatever. All right, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I got a 4.7 to 4.8 all day long at Mactory with this same service, all right? If you get food to go, we get a name for the order, and when you sit down and we call the name out, boom. We've only had a few mess ups because we had 2 Johns in the fucking building, and they didn't say John in the last name, or, you know, John with the blah, 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 and said the items on the thing like I told them. You know what I mean? Just sometimes shit's gonna fuck up. It's okay. All right? But yeah, your customer experience, that shit has to be tight. You know what I'm saying? Then also the reason why you want to limit and niche down your food concept is for consistency. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to get that same product over and over and over and over and over that comes in and out of your kitchen, in and out. Sometimes where I'm working right now at the House of Birria, it's literally like maybe a fucking mile away to the Mactory. So I can literally walk over there and I can order a mac and cheese and go pick it up and just take a bite out of it, just make sure they're making that shit right. And I do that from time to time. I'll DoorDash that shit just to make sure they're making my shit right. You feel me? All right, then you're gonna go to your social media, how your social media is gonna look. Does your food look consistent? Does your food look good? You know what I'm saying? Stop using that AI bullshit to mock up your food. It looks dumb. That's not what the customers are getting. So if you're gonna use AI, put the picture of your real food into the AI. Take pictures, learn how to fill the frame with your food. Boom. You know, get your phone and take some shots of the food. Make that shit look good. Make your shit look good. Take photos, upload them into the ChatGPT and shit, let it make your little graphics. That's cool. But the food should be fucking real. Like, that's part of my prompt for those graphics and photos, for my food photos. Do not enhance my food photo. Do not enhance that shit. Like, past a point. I don't want it. Like, it can change the contrast or the hue or whatever of the photo, but I don't want it like making my food. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I seen one the other day. It looks stupid. You know what I mean? It just looks idiot. Like, it just looks dumb. Stop. All right? Be consistent on social media. You know what I'm saying? While you're making people's food, man, take video. While you fucking packing it up, open it up, snap a pic, put it on your story, whatever, man. Have your employees, like, post this shit. You know what I'm saying? We need to post a day. I don't care if it's just a snap, quick story. Come eat, come get Mac, or whatever. Something like that's cool with me. I don't care. All right? Packaging. Don't go get the cheapest shit. You know what I'm saying? Don't go get the cheapest shit. Just don't go get the cheapest shit. Get the best shit that makes sense for your food costs and rock with that. Make sure that it's something that you're going to be able to get consistently. You'll be good. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, man, just remember, people don't just buy food, man. They buy the experience, all right? So, another thing I want to give you guys is, you know, a product, it gets the first sale. The brand, that's what's going to get the second, third, 10th. You know what I'm saying? The brand. They're going to come back because of that brand. They're going to remember, man, that Mac 3, man, the music, the vibe, the da-da-da, you know what I mean? The dessert, oh, it's in-house. They love that. You know what I mean? So, now we're going to talk about expanding. All right. So once customers start to trust your brand, then you're gonna, you know, maybe introduce a few new items. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to launch with 60 items trying to please everybody, man. Like, oh, we gotta have this, gotta have that. Cause I'm gonna tell you, man, like, you're gonna be mad as fuck when you prep all this shit and everybody's just buying this much, this of it. That's it. That shit ain't for the sale, man. Like, if you selling, like, if your shit is let's say you selling pies. Let's say your name is fucking Nicole's Pies or some shit, and you selling pies, right? You selling pies, but then let's say you start selling cookies, right? Your cookies might take a little while to catch on because your pies are what's your name. That's what you're known for, is your pies. So me, I would tend to not even fuck with the cookies. I would just keep slanging the pies. I maybe add some spins on the pies. Like, what pie haven't we done? What could we throw as a special? Maybe develop some new flavors of pies that we don't have on the menu. That's gonna boom out more than fucking adding cookies. So stop trying to add. That shit gonna fuck you up, man, because it takes time to build a customer base to where the sales are gonna be booming. Feel me? All right. So, in conclusion, I would do these steps right here, okay? If you're just getting started. Don't ask yourself, what food should I sell? Ask yourself, what do I want people to remember me for? You know what I'm saying? Build that product, build that brand. Everything's gonna get easier after that, okay? So, back about the Comma Club, all right? If you're serious about building a business and you wanna go deeper than what I cover here on YouTube, you know what I mean? Come join my free community, Commas Club. You feel me? Inside the Commas Club, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna be sharing behind the scenes content, you know what I'm saying, for me working on my businesses, more in-depth business strategies. You'll be able to communicate with me. I'll be able to look at stuff, help you with stuff like, you know what I'm saying, on a different level. So, you know what I'm saying, you should definitely join. We'll have Q&As. I'll be posting some of my templates, some of my prompts and shit. I'll teach y'all how to prompt. Just different resources and different shit that I found. Things like that. I might even start doing some different interviews with some other owners and stuff and putting them in there. All kind of shit, all kind of practical advice to help you grow your business, you know what I'm saying? It's completely free to join right now, but we'll be transitioning to a paid community soon. So if you've been thinking about joining, go ahead and join, because now's the best time while it's free, you feel me? Yeah, man. It's your boy, Trey Hustles. Peace.